All right, Tony. So I know, it's a tough game, a tough result. Maybe if you guys play a great game, you still lose a game like this because there's such a strong team. But tell me a little bit about the frustrations with a game like this. Why you guys just really couldn't seem to get it together?
I think that we guys at times try to do things on their own a little bit too much, try to do too much, try to create things that they're not normally able to create. And honestly, I will say that I felt that Swarthmore they're a very good defensive team, and because of it, they took away our interior game totally. Mm-hmm. And without that, it's very ineffective because we don't create for each other. That's not the type of team we are. And we didn't get stops in the beginning when we needed to. And because of that, they built a pretty good lead.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about the lead that they kind of ran off with, right? The first 6-7 minutes of the game is what percentage of that is nerves? What percentage of that is what they were doing to confuse? What do you think?
I think it's a little bit of both. I do think that sometimes you put a lot of pressure on yourself. Again, you try to do too much things you're not capable of doing. And again, I still think that one thing that we needed to do is we needed to have somewhat of a post presence, and I felt that we didn't have that like we've had over the last couple of weeks. And a lot of that's because of their size, not just their interior players, but their exterior players are pretty much bigger than my bigs.
So, by halftime, you were able to cut the lead down to 9. It seemed like, there was a couple of instances there where maybe you guys could have really turned momentum completely around, just couldn't get that big basket at the right time, and then, of course, they made that run to start the second.
Yeah, I think, again, not that I want to point fingers because that's not fair, but I think we did one or two things coming out of the locker room, which I specifically said that we have to avoid doing, and it led to baskets, and one of those baskets, probably, I think it was a 5-point swing.
Yeah.
When you're down by 10 or 12, a 5-point swing, you're at 17. You almost can say the game's almost over because we're not that good.
So, Tony, I know it's hard after a loss. It stings for a while, but when you get a chance to kind of take a couple steps back, you had said coming into the season that you wouldn't know the full effect of this team until the end of next year, and you can only judge this team based on how you guys do next year. So, having said that, where do you kind of put in perspective the way this season kind of ended for you?
Well, listen, no one could have predicted what we did this year, myself included. I was hoping to stay relevant in the conference and maybe at the end of the year, hopefully be good enough to win the conference tournament. And it turns out that we played great through the whole regular season. Really stuck together, did some real good things with the basketball, had some real good moments, and then we win the conference tournament. And our record in the conference tournament doesn't mean anything. What matters is that we were able to win the conference and the conference tournament. The record, not important. The fact that we did it, it's important. And honestly, I think we did it the right way.
All right, excellent, Coach. Disappointing loss, but a great season nonetheless.
I appreciate it very much, and we're, again, kids will get over it, and then when they reflect how positive it was.
Terrific, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, Frank. So I know, it's a disappointing loss. Anytime you get this far and you suffer a loss, it's a tough one. But tell me a little bit about how this game flowed, and it seems like you guys just really couldn't seem to get over the hump when you guys were making runs.
Yeah, them having home court was a really big advantage. We knew we had to come out strong, and right off the bat they were up by 10. So we had to fight back early. It took us a couple minutes to get going. All we wanted to do was get it to single digits at halftime. That's what we did. Going into the second half, we just said we had to strike first, and that didn't happen, and then they just got the lead from that.
Yeah, and it seemed like, it was real frustrating trying to get the offense in sync, trying to, work some inside game, and it seemed like you kind of really took it upon yourself to kind of, slash in the interior, try to get to the free throw line. Tell me a little bit about what you personally were trying to do to get your offense in rhythm.
I just had to try to do anything to get us going, because at any moment it could have went to 20 to 25, which it did, but early in the second half I knew that I had to get guys going. Early shots, Kavan, Kalik, Eden, we had to get everybody going for us to come back and try to get this victory.
So I was telling Tony, and he said the same thing, that this loss will sting for a little while, but when you really step back a step or two and really look at what this team was able to accomplish, sometimes in the face of severe adversity, you got to feel pretty good about what you guys accomplished this season.
Yeah, we're not gonna dwell on this too long. We won the CUNY. Coming in here a little disappointed though that we lost by so much, because we really thought that we could have at least been in the game the whole time. Come in here, their home court, get a win. But I'm proud of everyone. I just want to say thank you for everybody for what they did for me at CSI, and it was the best 4 years of my life.
All right, terrific, Frank.